We have Pixel news today. The April security patch for all, well, I shouldn't say all, but Google Pixels. If you have a Pixel 4a and up or newer, you shall be receiving an update today for the April security patch. My wife and daughter got theirs today, Pixel 7 Pro and a Pixel 7 respectively. On my 7 Pro, I'm running the beta software, and I did a community post. I actually received April's security patch with the beta software last week, and I can tell you, the phone that I'm, this phone right here that I'm recording on, Pixel 7 Pro, is running the beta software. It's phenomenal. It's awesome. Battery life has been great. Everything is falling in place, and this is why I love Google Pixel. If you can't already tell or seen any of my previous videos, yes, I record in the car because I got so much going on during the day. I just got it. This is like my only time that I'm like, can actually talk. Long story, but I love Pixel because they get better with time, which you can't really say about iPhone. Apple has been sued. It has been proven in a court of law that Apple does the complete opposite with their aging devices. Yes, they hide behind the fact that they do update. They have the best update support for devices, right? So I think they have 5 or I don't think it's 6, maybe 5 years of guaranteed updates. That's true, but they also slow down your phone as it gets older. It's been proven in court. Yes, then they degrade the battery on purpose. It's been proven in court. Google, the complete opposite. As time goes on, the devices get better. With every monthly update, the device keeps getting better and better and better. And that's why the Google Pixel 7 series, whether it be the Pro or the regular 7, is the best smartphone you can buy if you consider the price. The S23 Ultra, which I love, which I'm recording on, is a awesome phone. It's also like $1,300. The Pixel 7 Pro, you can literally get it for half the price of the S23 Ultra brand new. So that's why I say it's the best smartphone you can buy. Mine with the beta software has been just, I don't have anything bad to say about it, really. Maybe just some very, very minor annoyances. It's not even bugs or issues. There's a small annoyance with when I'm editing photos. It's just a little preference thing. I'm so used to Samsung having a fantastic gallery app where makes it super easy to edit photos, videos, this and that. Google's not there yet. Yes, Google Photos does have some phenomenal editing features. It just bugs me that most of their original Photos app is cloud-based. Now, they do have a gallery app that you can download on the Play Store that's device storage-based, but it doesn't have all the same features Google Photos does. Anyways, long story short, you can go to your Settings app. I'm getting off on a tangent. You can go to your Settings app, right? And I'll tell you, if you have a Pixel, do this. Go to Settings, go to System, go to System Update, and it'll tell you got an update. Now, the other thing that annoys me is how long it takes to update. My wife, what time is it? 6:40 in the afternoon. My wife, I think she told me she got the update around 3. And just a little while ago, before I left the house, she said her phone finally restarted. It takes 3 hours. 3 hours to update. Now, is it a big deal? Not really, but Samsung, when I get an update on my Samsung phone, it takes downloading. I'm talking about from the moment you hit download to the moment it restarts and you're ready to roll. It probably takes, I don't know, 5-10 minutes the most. Pixel taking 3 hours, and I tested our internet speed. We got like 380 megabytes per second. So we're not gigabit speed, but we're not on Obama Wi-Fi at our house. It's pretty fast. It's faster than 99% of the internet in homes. So 3 hours is kind of ridiculous. Now we work from home. We're doing stuff at the home, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a little annoying. But with that being said, go download the update for your Pixel. You will enjoy it. There are the things that they fixed. Sorry, I had a brain fart. The stuff that they fixed, let's see, is basically it's minor bug. Let's see, minor bugs, Bluetooth improvements, and camera improvements. So they make the best camera on a smartphone even better. Bluetooth has been great. I haven't had any issues. And bug fixes are great, So again, it's of course you can get a Samsung device. You can get OnePlus, which is my interest has wavered or lost a little bit over time, but they're still a good phone. Every phone has a little, plus and pros and cons like everything else does. However, there's not many cons when it comes to the Pixel. It's basically, and I tell people this, and now I don't normally tell Android people this, but I tell iPhone people this. It's the iPhone of Android, if that makes sense, even though they're nothing alike. But to iPhone users, it makes sense to them. It's just making sense to an iPhone user, but it's nothing like an iPhone. It's better than an iPhone, in my opinion, as far as the operating system and stuff like that. Now, there's been some news in regards to the Pixel 7a, and I have some news, well, not news, I've stated it before, with the roadmap that Google is going to follow when it comes to the Pixel series. The Pixel 7a, a new color is leaked. It looks really cool. It's a light blue color. And speaking of the 4a, which I just mentioned, do you remember the 4a? They had a 4a in black, and I think it was like a light blue, like a sky blue color. They're gonna do now they have 4 colors coming out for the 7a. They got a black, a white, a sky blue, and something else. But the sky blue looks freaking awesome. And here's what they're gonna do. The Pixel 7a is gonna have the specs. It's probably gonna get phone of the year again. I don't think it got last year, but like the last 2 years before that it did. It's gonna have, the specs are gonna be basically the same as the Pixel 7. It's gonna have the Tensor G2 chip. It's gonna have a full HD plus display. It's gonna have a 6.1 inch OLED, 90 hertz refresh rate, which is a huge upgrade, huge plus. No more 60 hertz crap. It's going to have the RAM. It's going to have 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's going to have LDDR5 RAM, the newest RAM. It's going to have UFS storage 3.1. It's going to have a new camera, 64 megapixel Sony IMX787 sensor. And it's going to have a 12 megapixel ultra wide. And it's going to have 5 watts of wireless charging. So it's basically along the lines of the Pixel 7. Now, I'm not sure if you watched a bunch of previous videos, and this was a ways back, the roadmap for Pixel. What they're going to do, since the 7a is kind of taking on it's kind of jumped from a mid-range phone, I guess technically it still is, but it's kind of jumped from a mid-range phone to a lower tier, upper range phone, if that makes sense. Again, it's going to have similar specs to the 7. So what is Google going to do when it's time to release the 8? Are they going to have the 8 Pro 8, and then the 8A in 6 more months after that with the same specs? No, it's going to interfere with the 8, right? So what Google is planning on doing, and it's been found in leaked internal documents, and especially with the code, when they write the code for Android 14, it was released found out that Google's actually going to take on sort of like what Apple does with their iPhones. They're going to have a flagship premium, bigger phone, the 8 Pro, and then they're going to put the Pro features in a smaller device. So those of you that want the Pro features, like the 7 Pro has an extra camera, it has more RAM, has a better screen. Google's going to do that, put that, but in the smaller device. So you'll have a spec'd out bigger phone, the 8 Pro, and you'll have a spec'd out smaller phone, the 8. And then in a year from now, which would be 6 months from the Google Pixel 8 series release, they'll release the 8A, and that'll be the, spec'd version. It's kind of like the 7 is now, where it'll have, you could consider it a lower end flagship, but it's going to have the cheaper price on it. So very exciting news, big day for Google users, and I know Pixel users. I know there's been some I want to say outrage, but people freaking out about these updates. And whenever I see somebody online, on YouTube, making a video, or Twitter or anything, I always comment, because there are people that just freak out. It's the first Monday of the month, and I can't believe they're doing this again. No more update. What's going on with them? I can't believe this. They're having all these issues. Chill out. Like I always tell them, just relax. It's coming. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. They'll put it out. They're not just sitting on their hands. Probably working on something. Don't you want an update? You're getting a monthly update. So what if they're working on some code behind the scenes? They're upgrading the Bluetooth kind of like 2 months ago, but they don't want to push it out just because it's the first Monday of the month. What if the code that they're writing isn't just right for Bluetooth connectivity in your car or Android Auto? They're not just going to push it out just to push it out. They're going to make sure it's right, and then they're going to release it when it's good, good in time to release it. So don't worry about that. You'll get a monthly update, and it'll be great. It'll improve your device, and away we go. So big day for Pixel and everybody using one. So appreciate your time. Thank you for joining, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.